right, kind of a special guest with us today. Before we get to our special guest, we'll talk to, not that she's not special. Alder Melissa Caprillion is here, also County Board Supervisor. You have two foreign exchange students living with you.
I do.
One is from Spain, and our guest today, Dimitri, is from Belgium.
That's
Dimitri Wilwertz. Am I saying it right, Dimitri?
Yeah, exactly. Hi, everyone. I'm Dimitri, an exchange student from Belgium. A very small country, famous for chocolates, waffles, and a little statue of a little boy peeing. I don't know why we are proud of it, but...
Well, let me talk about the Belgian waffles, because that's what you order, waffles that are like Belgian waffles. I thought that was like French fries. They just stuck the name French in front of it. But there really are, you specialize in Belgian waffles, right?
Yeah, we have plenty of waffles from different cities. And so, yeah, it's very famous, and people, when they come here to visit, they always wanted to eat those delicious waffles. Yeah,
with Belgian chocolates. I was in the Netherlands once, in Holland, and I said, "You're famous for your windmills?" They go, "No, we're famous for chocolate." I said, "But you have windmills, right?" "Yeah, we have windmills, but where are they?" I was in, Utrecht, a major city. We don't keep them in the heart of the city. We have to go out to the countryside. They took me to the countryside to see windmills when I was there. I got chocolate and everything. When did you get here?
I got here in August, so it has been a long time, and I love this country really. I'm so into it. It's like my country, you see, like my native country. So I love it.
Dimitri has, since he was a young boy, his father has shared with me, Dimitri has shared with me, he has just been dreaming of America. So this is almost like a dream come true to be sitting here, going to school here in America.
It's amazing how people take it for granted.
For sure. And we come across it every day, don't we?
When I was traveling overseas, I was in Israel and I was in the Netherlands and stuff. I had a gun put to my head in Israel, and I said, wow. I mean, you can have that done here, too. But still, it's a different way of life when you go some of these countries overseas. Belgium's a pretty peaceful country. You never hear them involved in any skirmishes, right?
Yeah, that's right. But here you have so different thing, like more freedom and
okay, give me an example about the freedoms. What can you do here that you don't have the freedom to do in Belgium?
It's like everyone is free to talk about things they wanted, to have several religion. In Belgium, we can have several religion, but here you see there are so many different church with different religion, and in Belgium it's just one religion, and you get stuck with it. And here you have, if you want to believe in an animal god, you can.
You want to worship this pen? They'll let you do that. So you can do whatever you want.
You would be crazy if you do that. So it's so.
How big is
funny.
Belgium? How many people?
It's very small. We are 11 million inhabitants. So very, very small. You can do all Belgium in 3 hours. So.
Gee, when I lived in New York City, we had 18 million people in that area, all crowded into one little place.
It's a big number, that's for sure. But it's amazing we had to drive him to school in the morning, and it's a half-hour drive. And for him, he'd be in another country.
Where do you go to school?
So I go to school here in Arbourside Academy in Kenosha.
Okay,
very, very good school actually. But
now, how did you pick that school?
It's not so much the Nacelle Open Door, the program in which he's participating in to experience this. They have that school as their approved school, and my 11-year-old goes there. So that's how I was alerted that they were in need of a student being placed.
Do you have any problems getting there? Now, you speak English very well. Mm-hmm. When did you learn English?
So I learned English with movies mainly, because at school we have English, but the level is not so high, you see. So you have to do it by yourself. And so we have so many American movies, and that's thanks to those American movies that America was really my dream, and always has been my dream, you see.
Now, I did a little homework before you came in to say how to say good morning. Yeah, is the language called Belgian? What's the language called?
So, yeah, that's one of the questions people ask me.
Yeah, what's it called?
Do you speak Belgian? No, we don't have actually a language. We have 3 different languages, French, Dutch, and German.
Oh, great.
So, that's very hard. You have to speak those languages to get a job. So,
oh, my goodness.
You have to be good in language, you see.
Well, here's in Belgiumese, I don't know what you call it. I looked it up, and it was good morning is good morgen. Am I right?
Yeah, that depends of the language. So we have in French, bonjour, in Dutch, it depends from hallo, and in German, yeah, that's what good morning.
Oh, that's German?
Yeah.
Good
German,
morgen?
Yeah.
Oh, I looked it up this morning. I want to be the ugly American. I wanted to at least speak a little bit of it. So how's your schoolwork going?
So very good. Actually, we don't have so much work in Belgium. It was so hard, and here it's like vacation. I don't know why. It's like holiday every day. So I love the system. Yeah? And for sports, I'm doing sport at Bradford, wrestling. And I love it.
Oh, that's right. You were supposed to do wrestling today. It got canceled, right?
The coach decided to give them one day off. But they otherwise, throughout this whole holiday break and every day, they wrestle, except on Sundays. So they do have Christmas Eve and Christmas Day off. Otherwise, they are practicing wrestling. And Don, I should tell you, what I find fascinating that Dimitri has shared is like they do tests all the time. Their studying is almost year round. That's intense for their school. And they don't have multiple choice. And a lot of our tests here in America are multiple choice tests, and it's longhand and that they're writing, and so completely different school structure and the different level of schooling. So their academics are pretty intense.
Well, to look at me, you'd never know it, but I was in the National Honor Society. I mean, you know.
I believe it. Your retention of data is fascinating.
My mother didn't believe it, because they called her the day before the ceremony, and they said, we want you to know Donald he's going to become a member of the National Honor Society tomorrow. And they said, Donald, my son? I mean, thanks, Mom.
She did not.
She did.
Goodness.
That's an absolute truth.
Wow, Don.
Because I was a B-track student. All these kids were in the gifted track. Not even A-track, gifted track. And if I tell you how I got in, you'll be surprised.
I'm curious.
I had mediocre grades, so how did I get into the National Honor Society? And they told me. They said the teachers are allowed to vote in one student, and if it's unanimous, you get in. And the teachers unanimously voted me in.
That is beautiful.
So I got in. So personality got me in.
That's important. That is.
I found that out years later because I said, "How did I get in?" And they said, "You were unanimously voted in."
Universally loved. I love that.
Yeah, but then I had nothing in common with the other students in the National Honor Society because they were all in the same gifted grades together, in the same classes, but I was the guy with the car.
Oh, that's so important. You become very popular that way.
I got a very important question for you, Dimitri. We're going to save it for just a moment here. At 7:17, local news, Timeless Hits, Christmas Classics 2. Dimitri Wilwertz, a foreign exchange student, I hate to say foreign exchange student, from Belgium is here along with his sponsor, Melissa Caprillion, our Alder and County Board Supervisor.
Dimitri, I was told through the Nacelle Open Door, is that he was the first exchange student who did the whole asking a female to homecoming. The whole American, where you kind of propose. He had this poster board. He just put his heart into it, and he asked a young lady to homecoming, so...
Wait,
it was success. She said yes.
Homecoming was when?
So it was in October.
Maybe.
Yeah, and so in Belgium, you see, we have only a prom for last year, senior year.
Yeah.
And it's not so American. So here it's like magic, you see. And I loved it because you have prom, you have homecoming, and all these parties you make more friends and that make more unified, you see, and more like a family, I think.
I've got so many questions for you about comparisons between here and your home.
Yeah, of course.
By the way, do you miss everybody home? Or just your dog, I heard?
Yeah, my dog mainly because he's sleeping in my bed and I know I feel so bad for him.
But you can FaceTime with your dog.
Yeah, but it's not the same, you see. It's like he hears me and all that stuff, but... Yeah, it's not the same, and I want to pet him and really...
Get him a stuffed animal.
I have a cat, so I'm trying to fill the void with a cat.
Not the same at all.
Cats have attitude. Dogs don't have attitude.
That's fair.
All right, hold on a second. We're talking to Dimitri Wilwertz. He is a foreign exchange student from Belgium, here for the year to go to school. And what's the name of the academy again in Kenosha?
Harborside.
Harborside Academy in Kenosha. And his sponsor, Alder and County Board Supervisor Melissa Caprillion here with him.
Don Rosen in the morning.
Where exactly do you buy 8 Lords of Leaping or 12 Lords of Leaping? Where do you find this? At Best Buy or
Remember,
Walmart?
I'm not a shopper. I thought I would go to you with that question.
Lords of Leaping. Where do you get that? How about the 8 Maids of Milking? What farm do you find? Do you find that?
I love the way your mind works.
Well, somebody's buying them.
Somebody is.
You know, they always say, here's what the actual price would be this year if you bought the 12 Days of Christmas. But how do you price out 8 Lords of Leaping? I mean, where do you? How much do they cost?
Somebody's got it. You're going to find it, and we're going to hear the statistics. I'm sure.
Well, I had
the
the
numbers,
price.
the information.
See, but when you do the 12 Days of Christmas, you got to remember you keep doing them over again. So when you do a Partridge in a Pear Tree, you do that 12 times.
You do.
And you do 11 times for the next one, and 10 times, and that's how they do it. But anyway, Christmas time in Belgium. What's that like?
So,
by the way, before we do that, Dimitri Wilwertz is here. We're talking to Dimitri. He's a foreign exchange student. He's sponsored by Melissa Caprillion, our Alder and County Board Supervisor. And he's here for the school year. He goes to the Harborside Academy in Kenosha. And so Christmas in Belgium.
So Christmas in Belgium is like, very... People don't like to put some lights on their houses, and I don't know why. It's like here, every house it's so beautiful, I think, and in Belgium, no one do that, and I don't know why. Maybe it's more like in Belgium we are not so. Here it's money. Christmas is money, and in Belgium it's going to be like this, but it's more religion, holiday, and it's. Really, I prefer it here, but it's very different.
Christmas is money.
It's the consumerism. He comes to America, and I mean, he's constantly shocked at some of our stickers, prices, and even he talks about going to college here, but college there is free. Even our healthcare system, right? So we're talking about how much things cost us here.
We're a money-grubbing society.
Yeah. So that was one of those kind of shocker things, and so I love hearing it. I'm ready to move to Belgium. He's ready to move here. So
because grass is always greener on the other side.
You know what? But they're so environmentally minded. I'll tell you something that.
What's with you and this kick on environment and helping people?
Don, that's who I am, in and out, through and through. But even their political system's starkly different. And, he got to see different campaigning for our presidential election and just how different it is. So they are, in a sense, mandated to vote. He's 18. You can vote when you're 18 in Belgium. 16, right?
No, 18. It depends from which election, but for the European election, exactly. So 16 now, but normally it's 18. Yeah. 18. So
and he had to vote here. It was through proxy. So we had to print something out for his dad to vote for him.
Oh,
because in Belgium you have to vote. If you don't vote, normally you get fined. But
really.
Not anymore, but they try to everyone to vote. Yeah.
Now, do you have a prime minister or a president?
So we don't have a president. We have a king. That's
he doesn't, a king. Yeah.
But you don't vote for king.
No, we don't vote for king. And we doesn't need. It's like a decoration. You see, it's so. It's like he's there just standing, and I don't know.
So what's the name of the leader of the country?
So we had now it. Belgium is very difficult. You see, we have so much trouble because we have the French part and the Dutch part, and so always fighting for to know which party is there. You see, and now we have something that's called we have parties that's going together, and so it's very difficult in Belgium.
We had that here back in 1863. Called the Civil War. We couldn't get along with the South.
Well, you know what else? We do all these campaign. You'll see our campaign pieces, and you'll see the yard signs and a lot of advertisements, the flags and the celebration on the trucks, on the vehicles and cars. Not in Belgium. Yeah. So you won't see that type of marketing for campaign candidacy.
Yeah, here you are proud of. You see, when someone is elected, in Belgium, it doesn't change anything. If it's elected or not, you are proud in your mind, but you're not going to show to everyone that he's elected. You see?
Here's a trick question. How do you celebrate the 4th of July?
People don't even know, you see.
It's a trick
America
question.
is not even... Some people think we are celebrating Thanksgiving and all that stuff, but really we don't care about
I know Americans think that the world revolves around this country.
Exactly.
That the 4th of July is it's not. It's just a local yokel thing.
But he has a couple dates. I think July 21 is one.
21st. So
right?
we have the same than you, but we represent our military that's shown, military shown on Bristol to show what we have as military. So
How big is the military? You don't have that many people.
it's not so big, but we can be proud because we have So
Now, is Belgium landlocked?
so we have a sea, North Sea. So
Okay.
very small actually, but we still have.
What do you have, an army?
We have an army.
Navy?
Sort of. Yeah, we have a navy. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not the same, and we have
A couple of rowboats and a motorboat?
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. But we have a big.
Air Force?
Air Force, of course. We have special forces, and very, very good army for a small country. So we can be proud of it.
Now, do you have to join the military at a certain age?
Before 1990, we had to. People had to, and my father did it, but not anymore. You see, because Germany is not a threat anymore. So
Oh, so who was the big threat?
Russia now. But,
Russia was the big threat for Belgium?
No, now.
No. You see,
Yeah.
but before it was Germany
Yeah.
in case of a Third World War, and we had to join the army.
Yeah, we're going to worry about those Canadians coming over the border. I don't know.
Not so much a worry.
Not so much.
Not
yeah,
so much
not
a
so
worry.
much.
Yeah.
We're very lucky we don't have border problems per se
Right.
with, wanting to attack us.
We create a lot of our problems, stuff.
But that's why we have you, to get us out of that.
No.
Okay, here's the one I want to ask you, too, about radio. What is radio like in Belgium? Here, anybody can start a radio station as long as there's a frequency. And, if it's a frequency, everybody can start a station. What about in Belgium?
So we have major radio. We don't have radio per cities like here. It's like we have principal radio, and it's all in Brussels. You see, our capital, the biggest state in Belgium, and all the radio are there. You see, we don't have local radio. That's very, very interesting, and I like this idea of this local radio.
So, what do you have, all state-run radio stations?
So it's more. We don't have states like provinces, so we have per provinces. It's like a state.
But, I mean, the country runs the station. No individuals can buy a radio station and run it.
So sometimes it's a country, but sometimes it's private.
Oh, okay,
But
you can have private. Okay.
yeah, it can be private, but here I think you can. Yeah, as you said, you can start even if you want. You see, even alone. In Belgium is difficult. It's more difficult, and you can start by your own, but not so much people is gonna listen to you. You see.
Now, isn't Brussels like a jewelry capital?
No, that's Antwerp.
Antwerp. Oh,
Yeah.
Antwerp, Belgium.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very famous for diamonds.
Diamonds and jewelry. Antwerp,
very,
Belgium.
very
Yeah.
famous. Yeah, that's a great city. Yeah, for that.
Wow. And it's funny because the country you said isn't that big,
No.
yet it's like the world capital. Antwerp, Belgium. You always hear them talking about jewelry and diamonds
No,
from
exactly.
Antwerp. All right. So what's your interests after school?
So after school, I don't know yet. Maybe to study in accountant. I was thinking of joining the army, maybe, and I will see what the future holds.
We've been getting him connected with, he went for a ride along with the Racine Police Department and reached out to our Veterans Outreach, who are trying to connect him just with our branches of service, just to learn a little bit more. And he talks about accounting as well, but he is such a scholarly individual. Like,
Now, how were the grades in school?
phenomenal. His grades are
yeah,
really,
very good,
really
yeah.
good.
And
I mean,
you understand all the English going on in
Yeah,
class?
yeah. Sometimes it's difficult because there are new words and new slang. There are many slangs that it's hard to understand because I never heard of it. But no, actually very good. Yeah.
There's a lot of slang us parents don't understand. It's just like a whole new vocabulary by the youth. But a lot of his academic classes that he's in now, he's done them years ago. Even some he's done in like middle school, and they're his senior classes now. So it's not too much of a challenge, but he has graduated respectively in his country already. So he's almost doing a double senior year. And so a lot of this is more about absorbing the experience, the American
remind me when we get back from the break. I want to talk about our schools compared to your schools. Remind me that because I'll forget. I should probably write it down. And there was one other thing, and already I forgot it. I want to talk about how long it took you to learn English. Because you speak it very well, but you have a French accent.
Yeah.
Oui, oui, monsieur. Sacre bleu. Oh, yes. Oh la la. That kind of accent. That's all I can tell you. All right, hold on a second. We're talking to Dimitri Wilwertz. He's a foreign exchange student. He's here for the season, for the school year from Belgium. And his sponsors here as well, Alder and County Board Supervisor Melissa Caprillion. 748, local news, timeless hits, and Christmas favorites too here at WRJN.
WRJN.
We're talking to a foreign exchange student from Belgium, Dimitri Wilwertz, and his sponsor, Melissa Caprillion, here as well. And I have so many questions for you. What was that question I wanted to know? How schools differ?
About a school.
Okay, you go into high school here. How does high school differ in Belgium?
Wow, so many things I have to tell you about. So first, for sports, oh my gosh. In Belgium, it's like if you want to join a sport, you have to go in private club. It's very expensive and not so much people go in it. Here, it's like it's free and you can.
They charge you to be in sports in high school?
Sorry.
They charge you to be in sports in high school?
So we don't have sports in high school. So
It's like a club.
Yeah,
Don.
you have to join a club, a private club. You see, and so you can have relationship with people from your same school. You see, here you join the sports. You are with your friends from school, and it's so much fun. You see, and in Belgium, if you want to join a club, it's only 2 hours a week. Here, it's 2 hours a day. So that's so incredible. I love it. I love it about
So you joined the wrestling team, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So they could beat the snot out of your friends. Is that basically it?
Exactly.
That's a bit of his mindset. To me, it's a very difficult. So he's toughening it up, but he doesn't need to. But I was like, do you understand wrestling here? We have people who start at 4 years of age in our wrestling clubs here in Racine and Kenosha. And I was like, oh my gosh. I tried to recruit his mother. I'm like, listen, you don't understand. Wrestling is so rough. But he is doing phenomenal with wrestling. It is hard for me to watch, but he is doing to pick up something within weeks and months, and he's pinning people down. And it was the same thing with volleyball. He never played volleyball, and he joined beginner at the JV, and then by the end of the season, bumped up to the varsity. So he's a quick study, quick learner.
Now, football is soccer, right?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, when you talk about football, I'm always like soccer, but it's American football. So we don't have American football. We have rugby. That's also I don't know if you know this sport, but
yeah, I know rugby.
Yeah, and so I love American football.
I'm a world traveler. I know about these things.
He is a star tennis player, though. So we're waiting for the tennis season to start up.
Oh, yes, right, because they have tennis in high school too. Yeah, we had a tennis team in our school. I didn't know any of them.
That'll be the next sport, and so I can't wait to see it. He gets stopped. He got stopped on the airport coming here. They think he's this famous tennis player, the world champion tennis player. He looks just like him, and he had a couple of his rackets.
Wow!
When people ask me to take picture with me, I'm like, yeah, okay, if you want. I'm the famous guy, but actually not, you see. So yeah, it's so great.
I still think you're doing great with the women in that school. I gotta believe it with that accent.
Yes,
I mean,
he is.
I mean, I had a New York accent, but that didn't do anything, right? Because everybody had one.
But it's fun to imitate the New York accent. So,
what are you doing? What are you doing? And then when you ask somebody what they're doing, they always ask back, "What am I doing?" I'll tell you what I'm doing. They have to think. They have to make time to think. So where have you been in America beside here?
So yeah, I went 2 years ago in New York. It was so beautiful, and Times Square, and wow, really, it has been since then. I was like always, I want to go back to.
Yeah, but
United States.
New York is like not the rest of the country. I mean, it's a one-shot deal.
We did go to Chicago,
Chicago
so we've
was-
been to Chicago.
It's a busy city.
Yeah.
It looks like a little bit of New York, but
Yeah,
New York City is so.
except friendlier.
Yes, isn't that fair? And we just went to Madison, so we're kind of trying to get around for him to experience a little bit more than Racine, Wisconsin.
Take him
and
to Las
Kenosha.
Vegas.
Oh, no.
Talk about the money-grubbing capital of
my
America.
Goodness. There's too many scantily clad people dress. I can't, as a mother.
He's 18 years old.
But I'm the mom. I don't.
You never been?
I
You
don't
know
wanna
about
hit it.
Vegas, though. Las Vegas. The land.
Vegas and California, Nevada, that would be my dream to visit it because you have so
Put him on a
many.
plane to go to Vegas for the weekend.
Oh my goodness, Don! I
Especially
couldn't
at Christmas
do that.
time, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
no.
take him. Where is it?
Oh, no.
Oh, great!
You'll love it. But if you want to go back to school, talk about difference of how they dress. And he did comment, like, the way that the students dress here is so different.
In
compared.
pajamas, I'm like, what are you doing with that? We are not sleeping here, you see. And in Belgium, it's so. If you come in pajama, you're out of the school, you see. So wow, and what?
Yeah, you don't have to wear uniforms, do you?
No, they depend from the school in Belgium, but normally not. Yeah. No.
So they dress probably like what we would consider like business casual, and
But not like Melissa's dress today.
yeah. But in all fairness, everyone, we are going to the gym afterward. I know you don't see me, but normally I come in here like respectively dressed.
You are
but-
so lucky to have a sponsor like Melissa.
No,
Right.
it's
She's a
so
sweet
great.
person. She's a nice person. She knows good from evil. And she doesn't take you to Las Vegas like I would. I would take you to all the hot spots.
Yeah.
No, he's
so proud to be.
Yeah, no, it's a highlight. It's a highlight. And Don, you know, when I opened my door to both Dimitri and our other foreign exchange student, I bring that culture in the house, and what a benefit, even for my 11-year-old, and gets to experience, you know, the different culture. And he has this brother for life. So we plan on, I'm going to work on my son's passport today, and we're planning in August, July, to head to Belgium. So what a gift.
That's when you
that
go home,
Dimitri,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Now, do you have plans to come back? Well, you're going to the military.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I was thinking even joining the military here, you see.
Okay.
Because I know so much language and it could maybe help me. But I don't know, really.
I think the possibilities are endless with Dimitri. So they truly are endless. And we're trying to see how many doors we can open up of possibilities. And it's going to be a hard choice for him. But his father's going to come into town a week or so before going away. They're going to spend some time in Tennessee. And then they'll head back. He's already toured Carthage College. He has an interest for Carthage. So he might even come back here and decide to pay for college instead of the free college.
So going to Tennessee, y'all. Y'all. I lived down south for a couple of years, y'all. So do you have brothers and sisters?
So I have a sister and she's a teenager, so I'm happy not to be with her for the moment, you see, because my parents were like, yeah, we don't. You're a good kid. Don't go to America. It's better your sister to go. You see, because she's so annoying.
When I hear people say, "Oh, my daughter just turned 13 years old," they say, "Uh-oh," teenager. Is it the same thing in Belgium when you turn teenager?
It's the same thing. Yes. So yeah, when you were.
How's the crime in Belgium? A lot of crime.
Not so much. I was impressed to see how do you handle it with school shooting in Belgium. We never had that. It's only for fire but school shooting. I was so wow. And we had a case it was in a school near our school that a kid came with some guns and we had to lock down our school.
This was
really
just
impressed,
recently
yeah.
in the news with Kenosha. So the Kenosha school system, that's what he's talking about. So Harborside had to go on lockdown along with the other Kenosha schools. So he's never experienced that. And so he gets to see another side of people. But I think it's all about expanding your character and your experiences. And, he's talking about his little sister, having a bit of a annoyancy, just being that teenager young. But then he's now got an 11-year-old brother here, my son, who, I don't know, he could be equally as annoying, I'm sure.
Well, stay in contact. We want to know. I want to know your progress as we go along.
Yeah.
And I see big things for you.
See you.
Yeah, I don't. I see big things ahead.
I hope so.
I see you leading the country at one time. That's what I see.
Just might, yeah.
And you never know. Hey, if I made the National Honor Society, anything is possible
We
for
would
anybody.
be in good hands if he's leading.
Well, thank you for coming in, Dimitri. I do appreciate it. Is this what you expected of the radio station?
Yeah, of course. I already did that in Belgium for with friends for school, but it was so great. Always so great to be on the radio.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you, Melissa, for bringing them in. I do appreciate that.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
I want to know the complete progress of this man. You understand?
We'll update you.
All right, sounds good.